input, I show, okay. Here we go. It should go through my phone now. Output, input, I show. Oh, that sounded weird. All right, cool. Sweet. We're good to go. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, weirdos, freaks, aka my fans and friends. Welcome to another edition. All right. Let's finish this fucker. Yeah, while people hop on and join the stream and say hello and let me know they're there and tell me of their fantasies and dreams, and all of your dreams will come true. Tonight I got a special treat. Later on in the stream, I'm going to be showing off all my old Twisted Metal art. It's about 4 or 5 pages of art I did for Sony back in some year. I didn't sign it, but in my more tender years as an artist. So I thought that'd be a cool little treat for you guys to check it. To check it out. Why is it unable to connect to chat? Go fuck yourself. There we go. All right. You know what? I'm gonna let me reset the Twitch app. Really is a. I don't want to talk shit, but. But yeah, Sugar will talk shit. All right. This is what so pretty much we completed, I completed the painting today, or last night. I got to get myself my head in the game here. So this is the Cheshire Cat as one of these little guys. And so we're going to finish this up tonight. I'm going to show off my Twisted Metal art. Some of it is right here, and I'll get into that. But there's Sweet Tooth the Clown. And that was for a very old game that never got produced. But it was still such a cool project, and I kept all the art. And I thought, we were talking about it on previous streams, I thought I might pull out some of the archived art. And I think bringing some of the older art on and kind of showing what the art used to look like as to now, you know, kind of seeing that bridge is kind of cool. So what I decided is to get a telephone call in the middle of. Hang on, let me text this dude and tell him I'm streaming right now. 1 second. No one calls me. Let's see. Streaming right now. Will call after. There we go. All right. So I was thinking of like just some striped wallpaper. We talked about like maybe one of those gates that's kind of in like the Chinese restaurant, but I really like the outline of this thing, so I didn't want to mess with it. I like the flow. I like how the orchid buds come into the orchid and then into the cat, and then follows the eyes around and brings you right back up again. So I didn't want to break that outline up too much. So I decided on corners, on little corner decorations that kind of have like a little bit of an Asian influence, a little bit of like kind of an octopusy tentacle thing going on, so stuff like that. But and I figure just like a nice little frame would be ideal for it. So let me rearrange some chords here. Sugar with me as always, going to be working on some tunes tonight. What up? Smoking some weed, of course, I'm sure. Oh, that's a great idea. Unless he became a Mormon in the last 10 minutes, or who knows. But quit asking me if I want to update my shit. There we go. iTunes always jumps in and yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I don't get calls all day, and then the minute I go live, it's like, hey, man. Thanks, dude. So I'm just going to jump right in. We're going to start inking these in, and let's get these corners done, and then and we'll go from there. I'll show off some artwork later, some Twisted Metal art, and maybe we'll start sketching out I had another good idea. I think for the caterpillar, I may make him the cook. I think we talked about maybe making him the cook in the whole theme of Chinese restaurant Alice in Wonderland paintings that I'm working on. But because it'd be cool with like cigarettes hanging out of his mouth while he's cooking, and he's got 2 spatulas, and then like maybe in the window there's a bunch of little egg rolls with bunny ears sticking out. And then you just, if I do make the rabbit like the Chinese delivery / Uber driver, he's going to have to deliver his relatives to somebody to get eaten, so. But yes. Woo! Okay. Get the brush going. We'll get these.
That's your competitor on Google is Diamond.
Oh, the other Sean Dietrich?
Yes.
He's like Sean of the South. He may be like more Bible Belt.
Oh, okay.
Maybe Southern Baptist. I don't know. Kyron Art. What? What is Sugar saying? Oh, there's another Sean Dietrich, and him and I compete, and he's like a red-bearded, like, Christian dude who gives his music away, and he's got a bunch of books written and shit. But I always get emails, like, oh, your stuff's so inspirational, and God is great, and da-da-da, and I'm like, death metal and the devil, and they're like, oh, I think we wrote the wrong person. I've actually gotten invited to do speaking engagements, and one of these days I'm going to accept one, and I'm just going to show up, and they are not going to know what the fuck happened, so, but yeah. Cigarzar, what's up, dude? Thank you for the 2 months in a row. There we go, of subbing. I appreciate it. Yeah, I had such a fun time with this one, and conceptually it was chat that helped design it, and I think that's going to be a cool thing, like, getting a little bit of input, and I should have said yes, definitely. I should have been like, I'm in, because they're like, we'll take you out for drinks and food, and I'm like, I don't know what you think taking me out for drinks is, but it's probably not that pseudo teetotaling, or whatever, pseudo drinking you do. But I think it's crazy. But one of these days, yes, I am going to accept one of his invites. I do need to get a subscribe graphic going. I will. I promise you this weekend I will get something going. I will definitely have the Tier 2 and Tier 3 emotes, and actually they're going to be print giveaways and whatnot. So, Damon Whittle, thanks for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, I've been so, it's been a very busy week trying to raise capital for the new projects that we are taking on, and trying to hire staff and all that good shit, all the good stuff that goes along with running a business. So my apologies if I haven't put a lot into all the little graphics that dance around this piece of art on screen, but you know what? Fuck you guys. They're like, your painting's great, but where's like Gandalf humping Frodo when I subscribed? For my 3rd month expecting it. All right, you know it. You got it. Just for you, dude.
You think you guys are going steady.
Yeah. Oh, I get less flack from my wife. She's not like, is there like an on-screen graphic, like after we have sex, you can project it on the screen, on the ceiling,
You have sex emotes.
Sex emotes?
Sex with your wife.
I subscribed to my wife for another month. Oh, I'm sure she'd love that. Wouldn't that be interesting if marriage was a subscription service? I mean, they got mail order brides, but what if you could literally subscribe and then unsubscribe and get a new one? Oh my God, I think I just came up with a new business model. That's going to be hot shit, all right?
Yeah, and like 60.
Right? Yeah. Chilling with buds remotely, love it. Awesome. Yeah, it's a crazy week. It's an insanely crazy week, and I had about a bunch of different offers come in, and I did clear up some contracts, and we're off and running. I got tour coming up, so. But I will get you something for subscribing. I will get you a dancing something or a kitty cat something, or what I'm going to do is I'm just going to film my OBS screen, and then that'll just be what shows up. So it'll just look like a mirror of whatever you're watching anyway. All right, back to the wife subscription service. Instead of Twitch, it'd be bitch. It'd be like an online, like, you know, anything works. Am I sure about that? I don't need to subscribe to anybody new. No, I have subscribed to my wife. I've put in like a 50-year subscription, and I am totally cool with it. So
50 years?
50 years. What am I, 42 in 3 weeks? Yeah, 92. When I'm 92, if I'm still alive, I'm out.
Well, you haven't been married only for a year.
What?
Well, if you're in 50 years, you're saying not 92, it's actually going to be like more like 8 something. That's how long you've been married?
7 years.
Yeah, so 43.
No, I mean I'm 42 now. Add 50 years
Well, you don't
from that. Well, I haven't created the business yet, so I haven't subscribed to her.
So you haven't subscribed to her for
No.
50 years?
I'm following her now. I haven't subscribed yet.
Oh.
That's a good business model. Might be as equal in the right? Wife subscribe would make you the first trillionaire. Yes, maybe the Cockpaw will be the alert if you subscribe, or that'd be awesome. Just a paw, just Cockpaw. We can do that. You can animate that, right, Sugar? That's simple enough for you.
What do you want me to do?
We need an animated GIF of the Cockpaw.
Yeah, I can do that.
Can you just film this guy and then just Photoshop a penis head on the end and then animate it? Like,
I could take
but it has to be.
I already have of that.
All right.
And take a picture of the furry paw.
It just can't. Yeah, it has to be the furry paw, or I'll get banned.
And I could place it on there and
I'll give a little tease again. My twisted metal art. There's Sweet Tooth the Clown. I'll show that off a little bit later, and I'll go through the stories again of the concepts that I came up with for that for the set, the older set that remembers what Twisted Metal was. But I dug into my art archives.
like, subscribe and make you world's first
Yeah.
millionaire.
Oh, yeah. Ending the day watching stream. What's up, little bro? Everybody, give a what up to Nano Banano. That's my little brother, Ian. Like real life little brother. Not my little brother bot. I subscribe to my wife, and all my relatives are bots. I think we're going there. That's gonna be a thing. Everybody's bot, you know, family is just made up online. But with population control, you know, dude, I know that's gonna be a thing. So I'm just kind of, you know, outlining these just so you guys can see it a little bit better. But I'm gonna shit, I gotta find the paint. It's a gold paint that's gonna be. So these edges right here are gonna be red, and then this is gonna be gold on the inside, and I think that'll be a nice frame for the final piece. Yeah, so you know, if that sounds good to you guys, or if it doesn't, that's how it's gonna be. All right.
Yeah,
Parents are already hiring tutors for their kids for Fortnite. Oh, I can imagine, man.
I was
It's the new child star. It's the new Nuck and Futz. What is?
I mean, their kids are complete failures at karate and catching balls.
Yeah.
They might as well get them tutors for that shit.
Well, he can't catch a baseball if you put it in his hand. You know?
No more taekwondo for little Jimmy.
No. Fortnite tutors. Damn.
The fat little fuck.
That's insane. I didn't read the article, but I wouldn't doubt that. That's absolutely nuts. Oh, almost dumped my ink out. That's always good. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I really like this one. I think this is one of the best ones I've pulled off on Twitch, and I've already got people wanting to buy prints, and you know, when's it going to be up online, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, it's on the way. It needs to be photographed. And like, I think it'll be a fun one because it's a little it's different. It doesn't really tell a story like the other ones. It's just, I mean, it tells a story, but it's very like just layered. It's a lot of layers. We were talking about that yesterday. Like I've worked on my layering a lot in recent weeks, trying to get everything to. As opposed to like things that are more spread out on the page, this is very crunched in, and you know, making sure there's really dark but bright, but the darker bright colors in the back, and then the blues, which will bring that next level out, and then the oranges, which brings the level even more, and then you have the cat, which is like the yellowy plastic here, and it sets it back really nice. So, but yeah, you can get a feel for what the borders are going to look like. I just kind of doodled some, I don't know, dragon, Asian, octopus-looking things in the corner. Each one's a little bit different because I really don't like, I've said this before a million times, I do not like symmetry. So I just kind of went with it. Thank you. Yeah, did a lot. You know, it's been fun doing a lot of experimenting online and with actually talking through the piece, and I'm amazed at how much how much it's affected the art by talking through almost every aspect of the art itself, which is crazy, you know, but just goes to show, always learning. I've been a pro for 13 years, never ends, always learning new techniques, new styles, gotta evolve, gotta mature, just like any good musician, Bowie, Trent Reznor, any of those guys will, you know, that's how they stay valid after 30 years in the game. And again, these are just, I'm just kind of darkening in the pencil lines a little bit with ink just to kind of show where it's at. Doesn't even have to be straight. I haven't had enough coffee to pull off this straight line yet, but there we go. So a little bit of red, a little bit of gold. I think it'll complement it nice. The Cockpaw does affect all. Oh, I like that. That's a T-shirt, dude.
That's deep.
Do you even Cockpaw, bro?
Do you even Cockpaw, bro?
But that, you know, that's shit that sells. You know, that's our world today. I could put all this time into a painting and be like, would you like to buy a beautiful shirt? No, I want that Cockpaw one. And I'll be like, you bastard. Give me your money. It happens. Yeah, you know. 13 years. This is a primal number, Sean. Anniversary issue coming live soon. You know it. I know. I'm like, so I just hit, what was I, 29. So yeah, whatever that amounts to. It'll be my 15th year anniversary, and that's good. Most businesses fail within 5 years. Artists continue to fail well after. It's always fun. New challenges. But I think I've gotten into a lot of different markets right now, and that's what has kept me alive in the game, from cannabis to comics to rock and roll, festivals, whatever. I mean, it's all about taking your art and getting it as many industry, because industries go up and down all the time. You don't know what's going to be hot one year as opposed to the next. So So you have absolutely no idea. You don't want to be in just like one industry and then it gets flattened, like the housing industry. I used to be a mortgage broker, got out right before the '08 crash. I can't tell you how many of my buddies went from selling mortgages to selling cars. I mean, they basically, not many of them tried to stay in that industry. They were just like, we're out. We got sales skills. We'll go sell, tuna fish. Whoa, there we go. I can see improvement, which is crazy because your start point was so. Yeah, I mean, I never know. Like I was telling Sugar last night, it's every couple of years I'll do something and I'll go through a wave of improvement where it's something will change or I'll pay attention to something a lot more. So. And what it basically comes down to is I'll actually notice that I'm not doing something correctly or of a caliber that it should be, and I will YouTube video or I will research or try and add a different element. Like the last year I worked with a lot of just an obscene amount of line work and a lot of textures. So if you saw in the image slideshow, the Mad Hatter, like his hat, like that could have just been a hat, but to make it patches, and then all of a sudden each patch has a different pattern, that adds so much to a painting to draw people's attention and to keep your eyes just going apeshit. Stuff like that. Once you start paying attention to stuff like that, as opposed to, I don't like that cutesy flat one color art anyway, so. But for me, it used to be just a lot of texture. Like all the drips and shit I do in the background used to be like pretty obscene, like as far as quantity. What are you freaking out about, Sugar?
Dude, that fucking chick we were just listening to. I opened up Twitch and she's fucking playing D&D on
That's why she was a horrible podcast interview.
It's that Deacon Sundry.
Oh, yeah.
Live playing 5 chicks playing D&D.
Nice, and she's one of them.
And she's one of them.
Yeah, the Social Media Examiner. It's an awesome social media podcast. A lot of good information if you're doing anything with your social media as far as business is concerned. But they just did an episode at the end of June about Twitch. And people are, because people are kind of like, what the fuck is it? And this girl came on and gave kind of a half-assed video. It was all right, but it was like, you can tell there was a lot of questions that were not being answered. And I'm like, this girl's an expert? Informative, and nothing about the wife subscription service. Where is it? Where's Moonwitch? Did I say hello to you? I saw you pop in and you said something weird about the wife thing, and I just want to make sure I said hi. All right. Bring this down. Once I get the black and white or black inks in, we'll take a look. We'll have a sip of coffee. We'll make sure we like it. And if I remember last night, we were brainstorming. I want to do a white rabbit one for the pipe designs. And I do believe he may be a Uber driver, but also delivers the Chinese food, so. Oh, the circles, dude, believe me, they're all twitchy right now. I'm just trying to fit the stream. Like, I wish they were smoother. Way too much coffee today. but thank you. I was sitting there drawing them all, and I'm like, how am I supposed to ink these, man? Like, my hands, I've had so much coffee today. Because, like, I spent most of the day working on, like, this little business plan update. I had a bunch of, whatchamacallit, business calls, all this shit going on. Now I got to do this magazine. This magazine's doing, like, a full, maybe a 7-page spread or whatever, and it's like, oh, you got to write it. I'm like, what? I'm being interviewed for a magazine. Like, send a writer. Like, he's like, oh, we just need 10 images and an in-depth article on yourself. I'm like, are you serious? Like, Balls Magazine. Get a mic on that. Is my mic okay? Or do you mean like mic on what? Where cigars are. He's pretty fucking funny. There we go. We had that discussion last night. I'll be upgrading my mic soon. Don't worry. I just got this one because it's portable, and I know I'll use it on tour. My 15-hour drives to the next city in my motorhome. Lesser mortals such as myself. Brush control, dude. You know, using the palm of your hand to guide as opposed to trying to do that shit, which will just give you a more of a curved line. And I do bounce. Like you can kind of see I'm skipping, kind of skipping across it, which I'll fill in once I put the color in. But, you know, as far as the base. What? Sugar's hallucinating gremlins again or some shit. French curve. God, I haven't heard that in a long time.
French fur?
A French curve.
French curve?
It's a tool for doing curves and for making a pin-up's ass perfect.
All right.
I don't know if it's ever been used for that.
One more time.
All right. So, yeah. Have we uploaded the new time-lapse yet? We haven't done anything with time-lapses because we've been busy. But there are a few new time-lapses coming out that Sugar has orchestrated the music for. He writes all the music back there. And,
yeah, there's so many of those that I need to get
whatchamacallit? SeanDietrichArt.com is all my older ones. Olders but gooders. Yeah, I like these curves. Yeah. Maybe I didn't know I could pull them off. French curve all the time. Whatever gets the job done, you know. Believe me, I mean, because there's some things I draw that are super technical, and you know, if I'm drawing a tank or no shit. Got ink all over the cat. Or a vehicle or something, and I need to use something like that. Believe me, it's not like an ego thing not to use one. It's more of a lazy thing. But it's also like if I can pay attention and take the time and actually pull it off, then that's pretty awesome too. And I'll tell you, that little dancing thing where I skip, you zoom in a little, where I kind of skip right a little bit, is I've used that for like portraits before, where I'll leave the whole side of a dude's face off or whatever, and then kind of like maybe do a little line. Because sometimes if I know that I'll draw it and it might look like the guy, if I draw shadows or features I know I'm good at, your mind will fill in the rest of it. And I did that for a mural I did at the Rabbit Hole in San Diego. It's a really cool bar, and it was the first time I had done it. And I did this guy's portrait on the wall, you know, pretty lifelike, and you know, not my usual cartoony. And it worked. It was just this visual trick. And then we ended up sandblasting it anyway to make it look 80 years old, so that even, you know, worked to my advantage. And hold your breath. If you're doing straight lines, whatever, all that, hold your breath. And that helps quite a bit. Yeah, almost, exactly. Where you get those puzzles where it's just the first and last word and everything else is jumbled in the middle, but yet you can read it with, you know, at almost the same speed. Exactly. Whee! And make noises. That so helps. If you don't make sound effects when you paint, your paint's gonna suck. Alright. Cool. Okay, one more line. Oh man, we got almost all of them inked in. So yes, the March Hare, the White Rabbit. I think Uber driver / Chinese delivery person. I'm wondering if his car should be shaped like a Chinese takeout box, like an old style one. But I'm trying to figure out what the pitch is, what the catch is, what's the subject matter going to be in the painting? What's he going to be doing? You know, not just like knocking on a door, like here's your Chinese food. All right. So there it is with borders. What is that? My light? Come on. There we go. Yeah. A Geo Metro. Hell yeah. That definitely sounds like Chinese delivery. I don't want to get too, like, you know, it's got to be a Honda Civic. but we know there's plenty of those out there. So there you go. Got the borders. I think that frames it up really nice. Because I didn't want anything to interfere with it. It works. And I wanted to kind of stay away, but I knew it needed something. So a Corolla. How about I just mix parts? Like he had a Metro, but they could only find a Corolla front, so he duct taped that on, and then yeah, and then we had to have like a 5-foot spoiler in the back. All those guys with Hondas that want their cars to look like lawnmowers. All right, we're working on things. We'll sketch them out tonight a little bit too. So let's pop into some paint here. Drop in some color. My coffee out of the way. Get the kitty cat out of the way. Let's grab a paint bowl. And let's see here. Man, my studio is a fucking mess. PBR lunchbox. There's no better way to carry your paints around. This guy. Yeah.
She says she has a virtual conference pass for this past year's social media examiner expo.
Oh, so you can watch everything, right? Yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah. Early 90s Nissan Sentra. And I get the feeling every one of you's driven a car like that, you know? You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I've always had rad-ass cars. I've always had girlfriends in cool cars. My car, what was my first car? It was a Subaru. I don't even think I had a model. It was like a Subaru.
In the 90s.
He sold Nissans. He owned his cigars are on the Sentra.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hey, I got laid in the back of mine, so that's shitty car or not. High school was good.
I learned how to drive a stick when I first got that job, and the fucking sales manager, he throws me the keys to his car and says, "Go learn." And I didn't know that there was a parking brake. I drove on the highway for like 3 miles before I realized that
you're smoking.
I stopped driving because I had the parking brake still on a brand new Nissan Maxima.
This is the worst car ever. Well,
It was pretty nice. I mean, considering I had driven pieces of shit.
You were testing it.
Yeah.
Hey, boss, did you know your car drives pretty shitty with the parking brake on down the freeway, doing 80? Absolutely amazing. It's always nice to terrorize things that aren't yours. There we go. So I got the red and the gold. And right now I'm just going to put the red in. I'm excited about the gold. I know the original will look good, and it'll capture the light when it's, hanging outside at a festival but we'll see how it reproduces. That's the thing with a lot of neons and a lot of like blacklight reactive colors and stuff like that. They look really, really good on the original. When you go to reproduce it, though, it's, if you're not using like blacklight inks which I know a guy who can do that. You guys want to see a really cool blacklight poster? Check this shit out. I may be doing a line of these, so let's see here. Where's the, oh yeah, is this the one? This shit is the most badass blacklight poster ever. Slayer. And this is fuzzy. It's the old fuzzy wig. But this is one of those old fuzzy blacklight posters. But new. You can still print these. And I love this damn thing. Yeah. I love getting cool shit.
I'm making a new logo.
You are?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, what am I doing here?
He's gonna be a master.
Ooh.
Gonna take you to the girl.
There we go. That took a little long to type in, but the message is the same. Slayer. There's a vegan death metal restaurant in San Diego. In the bathroom, it says, employees must carve Slayer into their arm before returning to work. I haven't examined too many employees' arms. They have a lot of cool shit in the bathroom. It's a great place to hang art. I think most of my fans have art in their bathroom of mine. It's like, I'm there. A lot. Yeah. You guys see that okay? The art bar asked where I would want to hang. Tell them the bathroom. No. Nah, I mean, something like that, you need, If there's a bar, yes, you want it close to the bar. How about the bathroom with lighting's very important security mounts for it, right? That'd be awesome. Especially if you can get like a flash mob in the bathroom. Did you see the art in the bathroom? Everybody starts running in there. 20 sales this year. Nice. Just at that bar? That's impressive, dude. I mean, for one place, that's consistent, which is good. Nice, nice, nice. I had a couple places like that in San Diego. There was a head shop called The Black. I'd go in and about $300 a month worth of prints. I'm like, awesome. That was 1/10 of my rent down there. All right, it wasn't that bad, but it's pricey. I can post my Instagram. Yes, yes, yes. Post your Instagram, please. You know I don't mind. If you're watching and you're an artist, you're a creative, please link Instagram, Facebook, your web page. Show off your art. If you're still on Tumblr, though, I got to kick you out.
I might have to kick you out.
Okay. I'm kidding. You can tumble your way through chat. I hate Tumblr. I never understood the point of Tumblr. And I think the only time I ever asked about Tumblr, I was talking to my friend, and he literally said, it just tumbles down your screen. And I'm like, what?
It's like a blog.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I think I have one, because I go on. Anytime there's a new social media, I go take the name, Sean Dietrich, just so I have it, and it's not that Christian motherfucker trying to post.
And even if your page is just a link to, like, pointing to your website,
Yeah.
give the fuck.
Oh yeah. I only take stuff I want to make about $50 if there's super small pieces. Everyone's trying to sell at a dive bar for $1,500. And yeah, no, you got it, dude. You know your audience. It sounds like. You know, I mean, I've sold some bigger pieces, but my dive bar days when I was selling at them, I think if I sold a $600 piece, that was a really high price for something at a dive bar. So my first $1,000 piece I sold wasn't until like a festival, you know. I've had people offer that and not come through, but so is the life of an artist. There we go. Woo. Nice. Red wine. There we go. Tonight's painting is sponsored by UB40. 31. I try and keep the prices on average about a heavy bar tab. Damn right. Well, next you gotta negotiate a free bar tab. Oh, I'm making your walls look good? I'll take that bar tab, kind sir. And what I would do is, like, I drank PBR, so I'd be like, don't think that I'm gonna do top shelf shit. Like, just give me tall cans of PBR, and then they kind of look at the numbers and go, oh, you know. Yeah. And bartenders especially, no matter what the owner wanted to do, the bartenders would always trade the shit out of drinks because they wanted artwork. So I just tell the owner, yeah, sounds like a great deal. And then I just work deals with the bartenders. And I've gotten some pretty cool bottles of liquor. My first bottle of Jameson Gold Reserve was, I traded like 10 11 by 17 prints, which cost me like 40 cents each to run off, but I got a $90 bottle of Jameson, an $80 bottle at the time. I don't know what it sells for now. I want a Memphis-made fireside. The bartender was like, here, start your tab on the next one. Nice, hell yeah. And that's what we do in New Orleans. When I was a cook at Margaritaville on Decatur Street, we got a shift drink, like a free shift drink at the end of the night, and it could be anything. So, like, we all just had, like, L.A. Hazes, or I think they're called something else, but it's basically a Long Island iced tea with a 151 floater, Absolutely just awful alcohol, just gasoline shit.
Alcohol poisoning in a glass.
Yeah, but you know, we were like, well, if we only get one free drink, we're gonna get 10 of them in a glass, and call it one drink. You know. Cooks, artists, service industry, all of them know the good scams. Let's see, I'm dead at 80 anyway. Your cells are all shooting in me. Dude, both of you can. And who cares? If you're 80, that's when you're going to want to make money. What, you think the government's going to take care of you? It's when you got to get that art career dialed in. And then we'll just turn the brush on its side and really darken that red in. And fade it out. Coffee shop's painted it with here. They only want like psychedelic or southern kitsch though. Yeah. You know. I think that was to you. I already make a living off my art. No. You're making a living though, shit. That's the thing. And then you just keep doing, you know, keep going, expand to different shops, different bars, different areas. Maybe find a group show that's out of town, find a couple of other artists that want to like pitch in on gas money and carpool and do a show together like in the next town over or whatever the next major city is. Take a weekend, make a weekend out of it. Go out, sell some art, do a little partying. And it'll just grow and keep growing. Because what you want to do is you want to build an audience up outside of your town that you're in. Because if you're dependent, which I found out in San Diego, the town you live in is just going to take you for granted because it's like, he's here, he lives here, I can see him anytime. He's always doing a show, blah, blah, blah. I'll buy something next year or whatever. So, you know, get out to a town where it's like, I'm here one night only, and I got my credit card machine, so let's do this. All right, got the red in. I like it. It's got kind of an antiquated look, a little bit of faded. I got some friends in New Mexico that I'm saying, oh, hell yeah. Dude, I got a buddy who lives in Albuquerque. If you guys are down that way, I'll hook you up with him.
I got DJ homies in Santa Fe.
Santa Fe, he's got DJ homies there. Genius Steve, who popped in on chat last night, he lives in Albuquerque.
Adam Warp in Santa Fe.
Does he? Adam Warp lives in Santa Fe. We like Adam Warp. He's a cool dude. Maybe some red highlights in here. Maybe these little lines, maybe the little circles need to be red. Let me think about that. You know what? Red can go over gold. So let's gold the shit out of this. Ah, 24 karat gold paint. There we go. Yeah, it catches the light. Maybe not on camera. Oh, there you go. You can see a little bit of it. You know. So Art Mentor lives in Albuquerque. Yeah, dude. Go down, do an art show. I'll hook you up with Steve, and he'll let you know the cool spots, and he pulls PBRs out of his wall. I got a great video of that. He does. Yeah, when the light hits this looks awesome. I don't know how the gold's going to reproduce though, but that's fine. It's just going to make people want to buy the original more than a repo. Car paid off next year. It's time to start traveling. I'll be $400 a month. Oh yeah, hell yeah. Well, and if you use it for business, you can write that shit off. Every car I own is used for business. The motorhome is all business. There we go. There we go. Yeah, no one likes a car payment. Just to jump to an inconsistent. Oh, for sure, dude. I live with that every day, you know. But I've gotten to the point where I'm like, you know, even if I spend down to my last dime and reinvest it into my business, it's like, there'll be more money. I'm not worried. And if the family bitches because we don't eat organic for 1 week, well, too fucking bad. But it happens, you know. Sometimes things come up, a piece of equipment, a good deal, you have to drop something, you're like, oh, I can't pass that up. This guy's selling a fucking printer for this much, and they're normally this much, whatever. And then the idea, like me getting into like, you know, manufacturing and residual income areas, and that's where you want to focus as an artist. Definitely start, you know, from the beginning, start looking at, okay, how do I make this painting work for me as much as it can? I can sell the original for $4,000, and that's it. Or, okay, now I run off 511 by 17 prints. That's about $15,000 that this painting just made for me on top of the $4,000 for the original. So now you're looking at $19,000. Now if I take this and I put it on a couple of different products, 50, 60, 100 grand, whatever. So it's all about looking at the painting, and then that way you don't have to like super produce either. You know you can take your time, and you've got paintings out there working for you while you sit and you work on a nice, you know, piece where you take your time. You can spend more time on it if that's what you're looking to do with some of the art. So kind of see the shine on that. There it is. Woo! Gold paint. I have a buddy at Mossy Oak that says they're sending a large format printer when they replace it in 3 years, $800 for a 40-inch plotter. That's amazing, yeah. And that's something that's, you've got years. You can put a couple bucks away a day or a month, and you'll have that thing, and you'll have it ready.
Smokey's S-M-O-K-E-Y-S.
No, it's like S-M-O-K-E-E-Z or something like that. Is it on that box? Does it say Smokies on there somewhere?
No, it's seedless.
Let's see. Oh, I didn't know if they put it on the back as the distribution or.
No, it says seedless all over it.
Oh. Smokies. Yeah, I think it's S-M-O-K-E-E-Z.
Alright.
You know, it's got to be hip. It can't be like spelt right.
I thought I had seen it on a piece of glass as E-Y. That's what I was thinking that.
It's got to be fat with a P-H.
Fat with a P-A.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, of course. You got to factor in ink, paper, maintenance. You know, make sure I have a little money sitting aside for that. I've never used this gold paint before. It's kind of fucking cool. It is shiny. Nice. Nice. And it looks like you can still see a lot of the, like, well, here, like, you can kind of see it here. Like some of the watermark underneath that was stripped through, so it gives it a little bit of a texture where I did not intend to. A happy accident. Yeah, a lot of them, I think a lot of people lease machines now. You can lease them if they don't buy, you know, if you don't have the loot. Because some of the machines are like, you know, 100 grand or whatever. Sean Ross, you know it. Under my hat, my hair is really this giant perm. I just haven't had it touched up in a while. I didn't want to show you guys. I'm embarrassed. Yeah, that's super cool though, dude. Yeah, I like that gold's coming out really nice. Man, that is bright when you hit the light right. So, be able to get a machine on that, or a machine for that cheap. Look at his glass. Do not put that on my business plan. That looks like the guy from Shit Comics drew it. And if you haven't followed Shit Comics on Instagram, look that guy up. I mean, I wish I could draw like that. It's funny though. It's a funny. He doesn't need to be on there. I mean, you could.
I think he does.
Okay.
I mean,
Could we
I think we need something in that.
Well, we have OCB.
Yeah, but they're not the same as what.
I guess.
It's not the same type of representation.
Yeah. They don't represent the manufacturing.
Right.
They manufacture excuses as to why we can't do shit.
Because sales channels, I have number 1, design, branding, and marketing services.
Okay.
2, wholesale and distributors. 3, rock show and festival retail. 4, appearances in live art, and 5, online and John Dietrich art.
Nice.
So that like covers everything that
every industry we're in. Yeah. Sweet. You guys are hearing the fine details being put on our business plan.
And then marketing activities, trade shows, national tours, web and social media marketing, and Twitch streaming.
Yeah. Twitch streaming. It's a big shit. Mucho bigo. If you start doing limited edition prints, invest in acid-free art boxes, plastic edition, a lot of art about 20. Oh yeah, oh yeah. My buddy Russell Fine out of Seattle. He's at the Comic-Con every year. All Comic-Cons. Probably does like 30 Comic-Cons a year, but he's the guy that sells the Mylar bags and all different sizes, stuff to put like 8x10 signed by celebrities, stuff to put comic books in, magazines. I don't know if they have the hard Mylar, but the clear bags might have something like that. I'll try to get my 11x17 bags, but not like the hard ones. I was just playing the 3 acid tracks that I worked on. Like, oh yeah. You want a cookie?
So I want a cookie. I mean, you got some?
No, I did find those 2 cookies just chilling in the closet, like, or the pantry yesterday. I was like, oh. Yeah, I mean, they were in that plastic thing, but somebody had just shoved it behind the bread. And I'm like, yes. Tuna fish and cookies.
I do like.
I should stream one of my boxes. Yeah. Hell yeah. You should stream anything. You should stream you opening that bottle of ink. Entertain me for once, damn it. You got a schedule yet, or are you still like a couple months away from streaming, or? Oh, it's opening to a Front 242 song.
I mean, it's kind of like that, only it's never going to get that far.
Well, they've had songs that were just this.
Yeah.
We need that last track. Fuck. They didn't feel like writing it. There we go. Two golds. Get it in the light. Shine, damn it. Yeah, I think that works well. Frames it in nice. Really brings it together, and also when the light hits it or whatnot, it's definitely going to bring all this forward even more. So.
Were you going to send me those financial projections?
I haven't written them yet. We were just brainstorming them. What I wrote down was just the. I pulled the 3 years past, and then I had the. Oh, there.
That's what this was, I thought.
Oh yeah, that's right here. No, they want to know like what they think we're gonna.
I know, but like based on what I was.
Oh, that chart. So if you need past.
Yeah.
90 profit, income profit, you know. But and I'll have to look up the expenses. We're like doing accounting on our creative stream.
They're not seeing this shit.
Probably start streaming when I buy a new house. Could be this year, next week, for a house and office studio. Awesome. Hell yeah. Excuses. First it'll be like, I need a new house. Then you're like, you know what, I think I can only stream when I'm on an airplane, so I'm saving up for a jumbo jet. Oh, agreed. Dude, I'm 50 feet from my backyard, you know. This is just a creative show. Yeah, you know. You're going to see it. I'll be working on a painting, and then this guy needs, like, projections, you know, costs or whatever the fuck. I don't even know the terms anymore. Like, projected sales and... But I kind of like this format. It's like a behind the scenes plus a creative stream, so you see everything that kind of goes on with... It's no longer about just sitting quietly in front of an easel, which I would love to do. I would love it. Be like John Travolta, you got your jumbo jet parked in the back lawn. Oh, that's my streaming studio. This paint's really weird. I think it picks up the light, but it's just as thin as like any other paint, so you like expect it to go on thicker, but it doesn't, which is cool. I'm willing to work with it and give it a chance before I huck it out the window. Oh shit, hold on. But it looks, you know, it picks the light up so nice. I mean, that's, look at that. Oh, that's like looking into the eyes of God. He's in a light bulb. But it does, I mean, it's got some brilliance to it, even though it is very, a lot more transparent, you know. Now, Kyron's been, we had some good conversation last night. We went off on the business shit. Even in between all the, you know, making jokes and all that, it's the pure insanity. I got my first clip last night. We were thinking about that too, like going through and clipping all the stuff that's business related. So if you didn't want to watch the other horseshit and fun stuff we get into, I could at least show people like, oh, he actually talks about some real shit and not stuff that'll actually help me and make money. Yeah, but that is the mission. That is the goal. Help as many artists as I can in my lifetime make a living and not get fucked over by people who just think art is a afterthought. Yeah, it really is all about the Cockpaw. It's the only reason I stream anymore. When Cockpaw was invented, I literally sat down that night, I scrapped my 5-year, 10-year plan, and I was like, it's all about the Cockpaw now.
Cockpaw is the new 10-year plan!
Yes. It's not what can I do for artists, it's how many cockpaws can I put on an artist's head. You know? Uh-oh. The Order of the Cockpaw. The tuna? Oh, the tune. I'm like, what? I mentioned tuna. I thought you ran in and got a can. You're like, I'm high. I need tuna. Sean mentioned it. Yeah, I think the welder had to take like a break from us. And
too many fuck ups.
Yeah.
One night.
He like spilt a tub of 500 parts and you know. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta tell it like it is, Cigars are, you know? And honestly, if artists are offended by how I present it, this is the way it is shit, then they're not gonna make it. You know, they can make my latte at fucking Starbucks or whatever. They can, you know. Or they can look at their older sister and go, man, I wish I would have gotten that marine biology degree. Which she's going, man, I wish I actually got a degree that was worth a shit. And then it's a whole family of dominoes of bad careers. But yes, if they do not listen, and if they feel like, oh, there's got to be a more gentle way to sell art. No.
There's a more gentle.
Yeah, it's not. You can create the art, you can put your passion, your story, you can, you know, do cartwheels naked in the desert at Burning Man or whatever, but when you want to start putting a price tag on that shit. And not to say you can't have fun with it. Believe me, we do not have normal business meetings, you know.
Do we have normal anything?
Yeah. The gentle way to sell art. Have strippers sell it for you. Them girls got hustle. Bam, see? It works for car washes.
It works for fucking coffee shops.
Coffee shops up in Washington, like, that's all there is up here is bikini coffee shops. So it's like you pull up and it's just a girl, half-naked girl making you coffee. Few of them have gotten busted.
Goddamn, look at that ass.
Yeah. He's like, dude, I've been asking my friends who the drug dealers are in the neighborhood. It's like, that's amazing.
Who the drug dealers are?
Because they can sell.
Oh! Well.
Hello, Mr. Crack Peddler. Would you like to sell some paintings?
Commodities that people are addicted to. They're not actually salespeople.
Yeah, it'd be like, this painting's $1,500. I'll give you $1,200. Boom! Why'd you shoot that guy? Because he wasn't going to pay the street price. That would be a funny movie. Cross drug dealing with, like an artist goes out and gets a drug dealer to sell his artwork. That would be awesome. Yes. Oh. And switch them. Eddie Murphy's not doing anything these days. He might sign on. And he can be the artist, not the crackhead. You know, that would be awesome. My buddy wanted to put a mockumentary out called Spinning for Gold, and it's about sign spinners. And in the movie, And they would go through and profile different sign spinners and their technique, and then at the end of the movie, they were all working towards the great spin-off, which is like the big sign spinning competition. But there'd be like, instead of like drug use, it'd be like, oh, this guy put a ball bearing hidden in this side of his, so when he spun it, it got more air or something like that. Like, you could come up with all this fucked up shit for sign spinners. Yeah, ways to cheat at sign spinning. Yeah,
That's funny because me and John Saccone, we were talking about doing a science documentary, but like break it down where like they had like their turf and they were gangs and shit.
The arrow, the Little Caesars arrow shoots off. Only $5.99 for a large pizza,
like
bitch.
Dancing, or, it becomes one of the elements of hip hop.
Oh, Kincaid? Yeah, you can make fun of Kincaid even though he's dead. That guy sucks in death. He probably sucks at dying. Like, he's probably in heaven or hell right now, just like annoying the shit out of him or wherever. Or space aliens have picked him up and they're like, what planet can we drop this motherfucker on?
There's a lot of great things you can learn from his sales process, though.
Yeah, how not to do it. Yeah. I mean, just the fact that he had people like, what color's your living room? Yellow. I'm going to tint the painting yellow. Ew.
Did you know that I worked with one of those guys?
Really?
Before, like when I lived in Minneapolis, I ran an art gallery with this dude who that's what he did was
holy shit.
His weekend job was flying from city to city, mall to mall, and he would sit in a Kincaid shop and highlight Kincaid paintings for people's furniture.
He was like a pedophile. He's like, I don't know, man. His paintings were creepy as shit. Like they joke about Bob Ross, like every time he paints a cabin, that's where he hides the body. He's actually painting the locations of the bodies. I think Kincaid actually was more. I think that's actually what Kincaid was doing. Like, it's awful.
All the ghosts were the children that he had killed off.
Yeah. Dude, you could get a drug dealer to start a gallery as legit. Yeah, because that could be their drug front. Like, you bring the drugs in. I think there's been a movie about this where they hide the drugs in the back of the painting and put the brown paper over it,
There's always money laundering.
Money laundering? You can get into all sorts of stuff. You too can be an artist. Like money laundering. Where's my... Here it is. So I'm going to go ahead and detail out these corners, and this will be done. And then we can move on to the Twisted Metal art and maybe sketch out some of the March Hare Chinese takeout driver Uber Lyft dude. How many words can we add on to that? You agree? Yeah, I mean, it's, it gets to the point where I don't know that guy, I don't know much about that guy either, like, and that's what's sad, like, when you don't know anything about an artist except for the fact that they suck ass, that means they really didn't put any effort into making the world know that they had a vision or something behind their artwork that was worthy. It was, oh, it's the King, like, Kincaid's a joke, like, the Kincaid. It's like I hear that and I immediately think of nursing homes and old people's cruises and hobbits, and you're like, oh, that wasn't supposed to be gold.
I think of the frame shop that I worked at when I was 16 called The Great Frame Up.
The Great Frame Up. Moon Witch, hey, I tried my best. What do you mean? What do you mean? Don't cry. Come on. There's the welder. We were just concerned about you. That looks fucking dope. Thank you. Thank you. Check it out. I got the gold paint, so it actually picks up the light, and that'll look really cool especially in the sun at the rock festivals. And then, I figured framing it up was perfect. I figured I didn't want to, I wanted to do stripes, but I thought it might be too invasive. So I think I chose right. If you guys think so, then we're all in agreement. And oh, come on. That's a sympathy play. When I went to my wife's brother's house, he had 3 Kincaids on the wall, and I said he needed help on art. She almost left me over it. Are you kidding? Oh my God. Your wife should be like, dude, you're a hero. You're a fucking Viking god for not liking Kincaid. The welder's been busy. You'll never guess. Welding. No, it's that bin of parts that fell over that had 500 of them in it. Right before you just typed in chat, you were like 498, 499, 500. Yeah. And then knocked it over again. I gotta get on chat. Fuck. Moonwitch, your shit's dope, and you know it. You heard me talking about him. There we go. And then we gotta go and do all these curves again. Motherfucker. No. I explained how Kincaid was horrible for the art world, and she eventually, after months of Google, came around to my side. Yeah, I like this gold paint. I welded most of them last night, picked the rest of them up. Nice. Yes. Moonwitch is just an awesome person. I believe my very first follower, or was it Cigarzar? One of you two. You're number 1 and number 2. But it was an endless sea of advice from Moonwitch. Got me hooked up with Creation Nation. If you're a streamer and you find someone like that, you are in good hands. But then you encourage them, and then they get your phone number, and you get texts at 3 a.m., and I'm in the bushes. Yeah, no. Yes, the timing was great. It's funny, this reminds me of about 10 years ago on DeviantArt, my friends and I had a chat room called Wicked Street Styles, and it was all just crazy artists like myself, but from all over the world. And this reminds me a lot of it, because we would get on there for hours at night, and we'd all be working, but we'd just be like, just shooting the shit. But it wasn't as advanced, like nobody was able to watch anybody. I think I'm ready to delete my DeviantArt account. There's really no point. I've been on it for like 15 years now. Oh, stay hydrated, bot! I think the minute's first follow was the second, but first subscriber. Links. Ah! Fight, fight, fight. You were the first sub, for sure. You can stalk me, but only if you're the crazy kind that leaves me presents and food. You have a shrine on your front porch. You walk out, it's like old newspapers you haven't picked up, and like melons that have been cut into figures of ancient gods and love letters. And yeah, that'd be awesome. You should stream that. That'd be a great channel. The Stalker channel. Today we're going to Fred's door. There we go. You did? Oh yeah, the delay. That's right. You can watch yourself on that computer walk into the room. Yeah, you and Moon were watching me the first night. That was awesome. I'm glad you guys stuck around and believe that my channel is worthy. Even though I don't have, like, a bunch of dancing bears or whatever when you subscribe or cheer. I'll get to that, I promise. I know you have to be visually stimulated. I think I have the most vindictive motivation to succeed as an artist. Do tell.
Yeah, no
And I will record this chat, so when the FBI knocks on my door, I'll be, I don't know, he said some crazy shit. Whee! I like these curves. It's almost like a roller coaster.
Oh, the chicken wings.
I request chicken wings if you're stuck. That's awesome. The welder for the win. Supposed to be like wings and things, buckets on your front porch.
Oh, that's the low wing.
That's a stalker wing, though.
It's a stalker wing.
That's a quick stalker wing. Because it's common and it's not like something they can trace very easily, you know. I got kicked out of college when I beat a professor in a juried exhibition. He got butthurt. I just want to get to where I'm like, well off as an artist and just go back to the college and be like, yeah, I get those who can't do. Those who can't do, teach. Those who can't teach Jim. That's right. I love that saying. That's awesome. Yeah, my high school teacher, I mean, she's got to be dead. I don't know. She was really old. But if she saw now, like, how successful I am and working on, you know, being even more and helping other artists and whatnot by doing all my freaky weird art, she would be like, yeah, well, whatever. I'm like, I told you. I'm like, since, you know, the days of every disco and funk song told us everybody likes to get freaky. All you got to do is listen.
Clap your hands in there too at some point.
And clap your hands. And wave your hands in the air like you don't care, of course, of course. Do we have Cameo word up on cue?
No.
We could. It could be a word up moment.
Well, it could.
There we go. It's a little twisted, but that's awesome, and that's what makes a great artist. And you're going to need a good story, you know? You need a backstory. And you need backup music. I got sugar. That's my soundtrack. And those are the stories, you know, that you do hear on talk shows and whatnot. So you know you're on the way if you have a cool story like that. Oh, this is it. I think this is word up. Or it's a bunch of people yelling at sugar. All right. Tyrone Art, this goes out to you, man. You twisted fuck. Holy shit, I forgot how weird this video was.
I've never seen it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a West Side Story, like, dance-off, you know? Like... Best vocals ever. Woo! And the welder's doing that right now with a blowtorch or some shit, you know? I know you are, man. He just lit his boss on fire. You know? Ah! The welder's hungry. Word up. I don't know. We can brainstorm each. Or both. I think probably, I don't know. Really depends on how the flow goes with the ideas. Mama. Oh yeah. Song's amazing. It's blowing up my Instagram. Ooh, yeah. I can see it now. Portions of this stream have been muted due to copyright restrictions. But sometimes you got to do it. It is a great song.
What about copyright infringement?
Like if you do play a song, like sometimes they'll just mute it. No, but when your video goes up, like Alex Pardee would have a bunch of it shit muted and. No one's chatting. I know you're all dancing right now. You're breaking that shit down. Oh yeah, they're all dressed as cops and shit.
The cop is tripping and dancing like a ballerina.
It's gotta be awesome when you're high, I can imagine. Unhinged Entertainment, or Unhinged. How you doing, bud? Thanks for the follow. It's not always Cameo 24/7, but we do have cool art. Appreciate it. Just finishing up the Cheshire Cat here with some gold accents on the corners, framing it in real nice. And then after I'm finished this, I'm going to show off some of my old Twisted Metal art I did for PlayStation. Show you guys how horrible I used to draw. Good enough for PlayStation, though. Not Xbox worthy. No. The cop was stripping like a ballerina. That's awesome.
No, he was stripping and then dancing like a ballerina.
Typically, want their music played. Thing with music, if it's not being played, it's forgotten. With physical art, it's always being seen, hopefully. Oh, yeah. No, I know. I'm just saying. Sometimes we have a moment. When Sugar was DJing at clubs that I was like live painting at, every time when I walked in the door, he would play that song. It used to be my theme song.
It really did.
It was awesome.
It still is awesome.
It could still be my theme song. I don't know.
You gotta strip.
I just haven't walked.
Outfit and dance around like ballerina.
I need a Cockpaw outfit. All right.
What is that even? Would it just your whole body be the cock?
Yeah, I guess you would just walk like this and then have like a fuzzy penis head or something. I don't know, but the Cockpaw could have an outfit. We could costume that out.
I'm gonna watch you do that.
I'm gonna. Did you clip it? Oh no, you watched it. Nice. That's amazing. I'll get Rachel right on that costume. I'll be like, honey, I know what I want to be for Halloween this year. I want to be a Cockpaw. That would be insane. Now I'm going to do the stereo guy from Art vs. Science.
I want to write a song called I Want to Be a Cockpaw.
All right.
It's going to be just like that.
They would love that.
Yeah. I want to be a Cockpaw.
Whispers. Oh, I've got this weird nose hair. Sorry. Woo! Just kind of like, and then goes back in maybe? I don't know. It's got a mind of its own. Oh, I love it. I love it. I know that sounds arrogant as fuck, but I'm very proud of this one. And I'm super happy because you guys helped design it. The welder. You were the man. And yes, when I run the print off, you will be receiving a signed, numbered copy of it for helping come up with the design. So, and if we do some sketching tonight, anybody who jumps in on the helping design it, or whoever can come up with the oh shit moment, which I forgot who it was last night. Who said Uber? Was that the Gimp? I think the Gimp said that. Made the rabbit an Uber driver. Was Gimp cool? Yeah. Gimp's awesome. There we go. Is this like the Quake soundtrack Trent Reznor did? People forget about that one. Like, oh, Trent Reznor did do a video game soundtrack. Where'd the paper towel go? Oh, here we go. All right. Another painting almost in the can. It's going to get to the point where I'm going to have way too many paintings. I'm going to end up releasing like 60 new paintings next year, and people are just going to be confused at the rock shows. What? Normally I only have like 5 to choose from. I almost thought about making this eyeball, like actually painting it in white, like maybe have like one little eyeball looking down, but it could, with the bud coming up, but it could actually like end right there. It could be. Yeah. Is this something you're working on?
Yeah.
This is awesome. Dark hop?
No. Too slow and not like
Beth Gibbons-y enough?
sticky enough. It's more plodding than it is hoppy.
Oh yeah.
I would call this more like ambient or cyber dirge.
Cyber dirge?
Yeah.
Cyber dirge ambient.
You know, like when Skinny Puppy would do their ambient sort of stuff.
Oh yeah.
I would consider them like the masters of cyber dirge.
Yeah, Skinny Puppy was the shit. Still is the shit. There's a new Ogre album out. Well, last couple of years at least. I haven't downloaded it. Or listened to it. I guess you don't download anymore. Yeah, I got Apple. I just type it in and there it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Get some of that gold paint. I almost want to write like a secret message here in gold, and then when you shine it, it's kind of get the light. There we go. Get a nice shot of the gold paint down there. Here, real quick, let me shoot an Instagram of that. I like that picture. Let's see if I can get that shine on there again. There we go. Adding the gold paint now. Can never stop, like, hey, you know, bringing people in. mean, I have 20,000 people following me. I think at least one dude will show up. Just throw it up there. There we go. Just a plea for them not to cook the cat at the restaurant in the background. No, no, no. They're not going to cook them. That could be maybe like a little symbol that if they see it, it's like, oh, it makes them like sacred. It's a crazy painting. I dig it. I think that'll kind of work. I don't want to sell the original now. I wonder if this may go in an archive. Yeah, this may be one of the ones. I just have to get my wife, Rachel, to claim it. Yeah, or put a ridiculous price tag on it. iTunes. Maybe. I'm not opposed to it. Yeah. Okay.
If somebody wants to throw down, it'll be life altering.
Yes. Very life altering when their spouse finds out that they dropped 20 grand on a painting. No.
What is that? 18 by
16 by 20.
16 by 20.
Yeah, 16 by 20. No, 16 by 20.
If that goes for 20 grand, what do the big ones cost?
A lot. There we go. All right, we are done. I'm just kind of letting this sit here for a minute so you guys can take a look at it and admire mine and yours work, your conceptual input, and my doodling skills. So I think those borders came out kind of cool. It gives it like an old school storybook feel to it, where they used to do like gold leaf on the pages and whatnot. Like, definitely ages it a little bit. So I really like this piece. Thank you guys for helping to come up with this. So I think it's time to sign it. Ronald McDonald. All right, so let's zoom in. Yeah, illuminated manuscripts. Is that the technical term? But you know what I'm talking about, like with the big drop caps that had diamonds and shit embedded and all that good stuff. So, yeah. We went on a school field trip in high school to Washington, D.C. The National Art Museum had a whole display. It was unbelievable. So let's go ahead and sign this bitch. Yeah. Those things are crazy. All handwritten, just unbelievable.
Yeah, this is good, and it's done.
And it's August 1st. 19 days till my birthday. Bam, bam. Painting number 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 in the, yep. Painting number 8, done since June 9th, my first day on Twitch. It has been quite the journey. Not even 2 months, because I took a week off for the family reunion, and then I had one kind of phoned-in week where I think I streamed for 2 days. But I'll just kind of drag this around so you can see some of the detail work. And there's Cockpaw. There's Cockpaw's son, Cock Jr. Where's my daddy? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful night when we finish the painting. Zoom back. Boom. All right. I'm going to show off some Twisted Metal art. Y'all ready for that? Drink some coffee first. Oh, my lid fell in. With my Walmart, ouch, Eat, Pray, Slay mug. I still have no idea what the fuck that means.
Still rules, though.
But it rules. Okay, make sure my hands are clean. Because it is in an archival, acid-free bag. I think we're just talking about that. Oh, what do we got in here? So this is all pencil work as well. And I think I had a couple of other random things in here. What do I got in here? I got, oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah, I know you. There's this little mixed media piece I can show you. This was the inside cover to a comic book I did years ago called Fervor. I actually found a bunch of old comic work I did from 1996, but that was like an old, that's all tape. So I used Scotch tape and then just taped on her eyes and did a bunch of just blotchy paint work and whatnot. This was 2005, so that shows you how much I was drinking in 2005. Yeah. But here's Twisted Metal, Sweet Tooth the Clown, and basically this little girl is ripping his head off. You can see the fire he has on top of his head, and playing his esophagus with a cello. What is that thing called? Is that a bow?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bow. I knew it had a complex name. And it's called Sad, Sad Song. But essentially, and I don't know where the storyboards went for this one, but essentially she is from an abusive family, and mommy's a drug addict, daddy's a drinker, whatever, and she finds a cello in the garbage and ends up learning to play it, and that's her connection to creativity and getting her out of her head and into her head and into her imagination and out of the space at home where she's under the influence of just an awful family. So. On the way to her first big performance at the school, she's about to play in front of everybody. She walks past an alley. Sweet Tooth jumps out, kills her. And then this is his nightmare of her coming back to haunt him. And so these were like cut scenes that were used for, or were going to be used for Twisted Metal. This one's one of my favorites. So this would be the end, or like the one shot. So what they did is they had me draw like one piece of art that would like represent, just what I was going for, and then I would storyboard it. So here we have Sweet Tooth's head crucified, just blood running down the cross, and then you have his body kind of thump on his knees, and this angel is like growing out of his body, and her head is a candle, so her face is all melting off, and it actually eventually melts down and melts him into like a puddle of wax. So this is just some of the quick storyboards that I did. He's kind of like walking up all twisty. He looks at you, head blows off, and then we see him on the cross, and you kind of pan back. You see the arrows. We pan back, and we see his body spurting blood. But then this little candle pops up, and then this angel just wings start sprouting out of his body, and then this the baby's head comes out, and then I got to the. Kind of looks up at him, and you see some shit going on in the eyes. The eyes fill in black, and then you turn back here, and then it just shows him melting into a puddle. So that's how. So a lot of it is, having to do with his nightmares coming back to take him over. So bear with me one moment. It looks like my internet has gone to complete garbage right now, so I definitely have an unstable. You doing shit with the internet? You downloading?
Oh, uploading. Sorry.
Hang on. Sugar's taking up bandwidth. Hang on.
There you go. Sorry.
Oh, boom. It just jumped up to like 4,700.
I was just moving those two tracks I just rendered into my mastering queue.
Okay. Now it looks like it's back. Okay. That whole thing was like super twitchy. Sorry about that, guys, if that, got all weird. Let me know if you didn't hear anything, and I can go over the artwork again. But yeah, so the old Twisted Metal art. And then my favorite, favorite is just this one sheet of his head stuck up his own ass, and then this tapeworm comes wiggling down, and boom, boom. These video screens start showing Sweet Tooth, like him like beating his grandparents to death, nuclear war, violent images of his past, abused elderly, psychiatric patients, and then he gets crapped out and flushed down the toilet. Anal insertion, not cool with Sony. So, yeah, Pork does need marketing help. He's reached out, and I'm going to actually be helping him with that. So, but yeah, that guy's painting, his paintings need to go for like thousands of dollars. So, none of this like $150 shit. But it's too good. It's way too good. And it's clean, and it's, you know, it's but the concepts are super amazing. I love his stuff. I'm glad I connected with him. So, and he only lives a couple hours south of me. So yeah, so there's the two concepts for the Twisted Metal art. I'll just let that bask. And let me get my sketchbook ready, and we'll do some sketching and start coming up with this. You guys want to help brainstorm this March hair piece? I almost kind of like the cat, like how it came out, where it was just kind of like a bunch of different elements that kind of came together. And again, we have to work a little bit more vertical, just because it is going to go on a Genius pipe. Which, for those who are just tuning in, Genius Pipe is the sponsor of my tour this year. This is just voted High Times #1 pipe. Magnetic, easy to clean, but they put artwork right here, and so that's the new stuff that I'm working on. It's going to be on these pipes. So, okay, I think that's enough Twisted Metal. I missed the game though; it was good, and I wish they would have actually like produced this thing. But let me get this back in its acid-free archival sleeve. Super horizontal would work too. Yes. No, you're right. It would be pretty amazing. So, yeah, I mean, for marketing purposes, when you have all the pipes just kind of like boom, 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 and they all look cool together, you know. But we could do something where if like 2 of them are like that and the other 2 are like that and there's one in the middle, that you know. $90? Let's see. Oh, sketchpad. Having him drive you could really utilize the horizontal. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to work on that, dude. We're going to work on that. We're going to get Pork where he needs to be. Because that guy should be pro. Yeah. $90 for a 4-foot painting after shipping. Yeah, he got kind of hosed on shipping. That's another thing. I mean, you know, it's just one of them things where you have to, you got to factor that in. He needs a swift kick in his financial ass. That's amazing. We all do. See, I'm just on the next level where I'm like, I'm hiring a CPA on because I need like more advanced, you know, marketing and business and all that. But it's never ending. But yeah, I mean, you got to get with what you're worth. You got to get paid what you're worth. So horizontal, huh? Let's think about this. I don't know. So we have caterpillar and we have the hair. The caterpillar is going to be the cook. We have the March hare is going to be, I guess the driver would be cool. But I mean, one could not, it doesn't necessarily have to relate. I mean, it's 1950s Reno, 1950s Chinese restaurant. You wouldn't know that. I mean, it's just, you know, kind of looking at it. But, you know, Yeah, give me a minute to kind of kick around. I'm going to turn this. I'm just wondering if we could do something cool with like if we had the rabbit, you know, in the middle, big old fucking buck teeth and shit like that, you know, just all cracked out. But if we had it like if we brought his ears up, was there something we could do with his ears? Like make him a woman's legs? No. You know, just feel like that. Let's and it could be something like one of those things where you see like on a video game cover where it's like a big object and then maybe there's like, you know, here's him driving in a Chinese box-shaped car or whatever. Like there's like he's peeking over like an image or whatnot. I could put hair in a Bel Air. Now you're gonna make me draw fucking cars. But let's think about that. What if we focused on the car? So if we did it horizontal and we did like maybe one of those old 1930s like wild ass looking roadsters or whatever, you know, and on the front, but it's got like egg rolls mounted to the side, and then the back is like the Chinese restaurant takeout box with like the crappy wire thing on top, you know. I don't know. Let's think about it. Agreed. Like I said, think outside the Chinese restaurant. Work in a clock shop, that would be kind of cool, you know. I mean, let's look up some, what was big in the 50s? Was there a particular watch? I mean, was it Rolex? Was it, you know, I mean, is he in Switzerland? Which would be kind of cool to do like a cool Swiss Alps type house, and he's just making clocks. 1950s watches. Oh yeah, there's some badass shit. Let's see. The Pagoda car topper. He is obsessed with time. He's kind of a Doctor Who. Yeah, I mean, watches are watches. There were some pretty cool looking ones. I could obviously theme it to that, but like, you know. I almost feel like maybe he should be split open and he's got like gears and shit inside of him and you know, hair in a cuckoo clock. That'd be kind of cool. Ah, yeah, maybe a cuckoo clock. That way you kind of got like, I could do it like an old Swiss Alps house and then have the hair like, maybe he's lynched himself off the edge. Like, hair in a cuckoo clock. Let's look up some cuckoo clocks. Cuckoo clock. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's just so many. That was got a fucking jackalope on it. Could turn him into a jackalope. Let's see. I mean, it would almost match like how the cat, you know, jumped into the little Maneki Menudo. Like maybe he jumped into a clock, or think about this. Yeah, I mean, give him like, there you go. Give him antlers. Let's see. I like the cuckoo clock idea because it's there's a lot of detail in that. And we could add, I mean, it'd be cool because it's got the little things that hang off the end. So even if we did like, you know, even if we kind of made it him, so if we put like a roof on his head, and maybe his ears kind of stuck out of the clock itself, We're drawing the rabbit as a cuckoo clock.
What?
And then maybe it's like he's just got these little twinkles. Okay, so let's say we drew him like that.
The rabbit is late. Oh my god.
No, he is a cuckoo clock. So if we did something like that and then brought the house down, bring the house down.
He's bringing down the house.
No, and it's got, I mean, there's all sorts of, like, you can put an oak leaf there, and I mean, there'll be some cool shit on that. But if you had the bottom and then maybe added more, those little things you pull down or whatever, and you could actually hide the Cheshire in one of these as well, and the Gimp! The Gimp just hosted the stream for one viewer. Thank you, bud. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If he hung himself, he should be in a grandfather clock swinging back and forth. See, that would be sick as hell, too. And just have the clock being like, oh, shit, I'm not feeling well. Like he ate the rabbit. You just do, like, yeah, I mean, my grandparents had a clock. And then the glass door, just have, like, the rabbit, like, just, like, swinging. That probably does not look like anything to you guys, but, you know, I'm sorry, but, you know, have, like, the clock looking down. Like, oh, shit. That'd be kind of cool. What do we got?
My grandparents had a cuckoo clock. I wonder who the fuck got that.
Yeah. It looks like a rabbit and a clock. Okay. Yay, accomplished. Man, they're pricey. Oh, look at this motherfucker. Yeah, that's a clock. Whoa.
Check me out, John. I made a chart.
You made a chart. Sugar made a chart, everyone. Trying to steal my creative stream. Oh, you think your cat painting's awesome? I made a bar graph.
In a program that's designed to make bar graphs really easy.
Yes. Right?
Digital art.
Dude, no, why does the clock have to be... Come on, this is Sean Dietrich's stream. Why does the clock gotta look like it's nervous and scared? He ate that motherfucker. We need a devil clock. And I think that could be a cool-ass new emote I could make for subs, is like the clock with the horns on it. Stuff that actually relates to each one of my paintings. I think we should do stuff like that. I do like the clock. Yeah, that would be sick. It could be like this, yeah, the Norwegian black metal clock eats the rabbit.
So does his face have to be painted white and black?
Maybe. He's in blackface? No. Black metal, yeah, they're all white, and they look like Ghost, the band Ghost. That makes it vertical, yeah, for sure. So if I, you know, something like that, and then,
you should definitely have him eating his own brain, too.
Eating his own brains?
Yeah, that's pretty black metal.
Like a horror?
Eating brains.
I just don't know how this one's going to fit in the, It doesn't need to, but...
I don't know. I'm just going off on that thing.
Yeah. Stay hydrated, bot. You've been live for just over 2 hours, even though it says an hour and 59 minutes. By this point in your broadcast, you should have consumed at least 8 ounces of coffee. Cheers, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Appreciate everybody. Hanging out. For those just joining, we just completed this painting. Look at the gold. Then we're now moving on to sketching out the very next painting, which will be a clock consuming a rabbit. Yeah. Or I could draw, oh, that'd be kind of cool. What if the clock was a clock up here and it morphed into a tree stump, and you're kind of looking in like the glass section is actually, it's the clock turns into the rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. And he's just swinging.
So, like, when
Yeah, maybe it opens the portal. It's you know, a dead clock is right twice a day. That would be cool. Dude, the bottom of the clock could be the rabbit hole goes, or gates to hell. I just said that. Oh, no, you're not getting credit for that. Fuck you. Yes, okay, so now we're on the same page. Excellent. All right. The gates of hell. Okay, so now we got to come up with this this crazy clock. Because I think it could be something like, if you guys want to Google something really cool. Did you type that while I was explaining that and not looking at the camera? That's awesome. I will credit you for this, and you'll get a print. So you should Google Club Hell in France. And it was a club that was in 1890s France up to 1950, I believe. But look up Google image Club Hell France and look at the front of this place. It literally was a giant mouth, like the opening the devil's mouth that you had to walk into. All the waiters were dressed up like devils. The cocktails were all named after devils, and you know, satanic shit. And you know, F. Scott Fitzgerald would drink there. I mean, it just sounded like a cool place. So yeah, all right. So let's. I'm gonna kind of just fool around with. Because I could go. So let's say that's his monstrous lips, because we could put the teeth, like, definitely gotta give him some sharp teeth. Isn't it? It's amazing. I used it in the OCB Paris rolling tray that's coming out this year.
What's that?
Check this out. It's and the whole front of the building on up, if you can find the correct picture, is like all these souls, like burning in hell. And where is it? There it is. Look at that thing. That's the nightclub. That's the door, and that's all plaster work on the front. That's all these souls burning in hell. Is that not awesome? Where's that bar? I love that. It closed in 1950, but it did go that long, from like late 1800s. I mean, to have something that kind of freaky is kind of freaky. So maybe we'll. I'm just kind of let's see what we can do here. I think maybe we'll Salvador Dali a clock. That'll be my tribute to him. That'd be kind of trippy. Let's, do we all like Cyclopses? Can we do a Cyclops? Mike Kowalski. Let's say, what kind of shape down here? Sure. He's just not looking real evil right now, but we'll get there. No, we'll do like. Actually, if I did like horns, like really fucked up horns or whatnot, we could do that. We'll tighten this up. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Oh yeah, that'll be his eyebrows and the hands of the clock. I am angry. These should be like planks of wood to make the flesh. That's awesome. We came up with the same line of thinking there. Yes. It is the Social Media Examiner. is the social media podcast. They also throw Social Media World in San Diego. They have a huge convention they do in San Diego where it's just a few thousand people get together and just you get like all the information, guest speakers, experts in the area, Facebook, Instagram, and well, you know, anything social media. We could get super crazy with the woodwork here. We could have splinters coming out. It could actually look like what a dude from Fortnite would look like if he literally had all that fucking wood attached to his back. I do not understand the general dynamics of that game. Yeah, I'm liking this. Something dark. The rabbit just always fucked with people. Time he got his. I'm just a human. I just have an entire lumber yard on my back. And 17 weapons and maybe put some moss hanging off or whatever. I mean, if, you know, this stuff can go off. I don't mind if his horns, because he can. In fact, we can have all sorts of horns coming off this guy. Have his two main horns and then a bunch of little ones. That way, if we just use this section for the pipe, he still is like a horned beast. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. Whoops. People are tuning in right now like, is that Twisted Metal? And I know I'll end up changing position of the horn, tightening it up, you know. Whole new ball game tomorrow when I do this in ink. There we go. Yeah, like Tom Cruise in Legend. Oh, what? There was a demon and Tom Cruise?
Wait, Cyclops rabbit clock?
Yes. I think the rabbit needs to commit suicide inside of a Cyclops rabbit clock, or a grandfather clock. Don't you? 9 out of 10 dentists agree. You know. Tim Curry. Yeah.
27 Helen's agree.
20.
That's some kids in the hall shit.
Oh.
I think that was on their regular show, but they had it in Brain Candy too.
Oh, okay. So then we'll have to go up with the stump and bring the stump in like a dress or like a skirt. And we'll have like tree roots. pork chop sandwiches. That's a song? No, someone was knocking on the door. Nice. That's just weird as fuck. This needs like a 1950s wallpaper behind it. It just looks like Monsters Inc. You know, like
Yeah.
Michael. Yeah. And then if I put like some of those little weird things behind them, that would look pretty cool. It'd be like a 50s. In fact, we're gonna go. That's it. We're gonna go very 50s sci-fi. We're gonna get all greens and neons and purples. It'll be like Mars Attacks colors, and then the rabbit will just be in there, and right? That'll be good. Do I know what a topah is? I don't. Do we? Do you? A topah? T-O-P-A-H? Explain it to me. I don't want to look it up. That would be awesome. Or we could just have him like, help, like on the door, like.
Doesn't even come up.
Oh. T-O-P-A-H? Give him those buck teeth.
Is it an herb?
An herb? It's probably something out of Fortnite.
Or tulpa, a concept in mysticism and the paranormal, a being or object which is created through spiritual or mental power.
It's a way for something to manifest through intense psychic energy similar to something like Slender Man or some hauntings based on a lore that is widely believed. Okay.
They're spelling it T-U-L-P-A in
okay.
Wikipedia. Tulpa doesn't come up that way.
Yeah, Wikipedia, man. Don't go trying like outspelling Wikipedia.
Yeah, man. Wikipedia, no.
That's pretty cool. I like shit like that. Do you watch listen to the podcast Lore? Awesome stuff. Shit is absolutely amazing.
I can't spell.
I never learned to read. It's a draw.
It's funny because it does come up in a couple of different ways online, but tulpa seems to be the more common nomenclature.
There we go. We'll make him like a fizzy bunny. Somehow put like the inside of his mouth, but we can have like tree roots coming out. I think that'd be a cool effect. Yeah, Lore's all about that. Amazing podcast, and it kind of boils down and distills like all our popular legends into the actual folklore that it came from. Huge. Amazon picked it up last year for a TV series, and it's literally that. All right, I dig it. I'm gonna work with this for a bit. I'm gonna call it a night, actually. I showed off Twisted Metal art. We finished the painting. We got a little sketch going, so I'll hang out for a minute or two, but I think I need to let that distill, and then we'll come, figure it out. I keep trying to figure out a way to bring the idea of the Ouroboros to my Xenos, but can't figure out how I want to. All right, you just went way over my head. Like a xenomorph? That sounds like a Latin way to say something sexual.
A circular symbol depicting a snake, or less commonly a dragon.
Oh, that's the snake eating its own tail. Okay, I always forget what that's called. All right, I know. Bring the idea to my. Woo!
Christian fellowship. Okay, I don't think that. A Greek word meaning stranger, a genus of insects in the order Strepsiptera,
Okay.
or
Why does my
a graphics chip.
a graphics chip? I want my graphics chip to eat itself.
Okay, so it's either a stranger or alien, or it's a genus of insects of Strepsiptera.
The things I draw. Oh, okay, okay. Hey, is Pork still on? Should we rate him? I think half you guys are on there anyway, right? Because I'm just, I got a lot done. He is on. Yeah, but is that a 0? He does use a 0. Let me see something here. Oh, I can rate him. All right, we're gonna go over to Pork. We're gonna go yell at him for his paintings. Yes. Raid Pork with the raid call. Charge more. Charge more for your shit. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate it, and got the painting done. Got a good concept going for the rabbit, and I will see you guys tomorrow 9 p.m. And let's get the third in this series done and get some new Genius pipes out. So, perfect.